Hello and welcome to Culture on I-24 News. I'm Glenn Grover, and today we have something a little special for you. It's our 2014 music special. We're gonna take a look back at the musical highs and lows of this year, and to help me with this daunting task, I'm joined in the studio by Amir Asher, music expert and DJ. Thanks for being here. Amir, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. I can tell you that. Versa. It was a very interesting year.
It was an okay year. It was an okay year. Nothing ground-shaking or earth-shaking new genres coming out or anything really to be remembered in the years to come, but it was okay. And the universe of music is expanding on a daily basis.
All right, so we're going to explore this universe. Here we go. I think one of the most interesting things, if not musically, is the way things are promoted, the way things are sold. We're going to start with that.
Yeah. That is an issue, and it starts out because the whole model of business has changed in the music industry. Record companies are making less and less money. They need to be more and more creative and come up with more ways to make more money. One of the things that got a really serious boost this year is the reissues of old materials. They have no choice, the record companies. They go back to back catalogs, repackage them, reissue them in super deluxe editions, and two worth noticing. One is Universal's re-release, I should say, of the Velvet Underground's first 3 albums. Amazing packaging, amazing unreleased materials, brilliant stuff on there. And Led Zeppelin's reissuing of the first 4 albums of theirs, marking 45 years to the original release of the materials.
Well, when you have the catalog holding such classics, it's like, you know, it's obvious that you're gonna put it out. But I'm curious, do you go out and buy every time that there's a remastering, reissue, or something?
I hear it. Also, the amount of unreleased materials is amazing. You know, they go out and they find more and more materials. And
they always find some unreleased track or some mono version that's like, they throw it in.
And some of it is brilliant.
Yeah. Brilliant. All right, let's keep going. Another band that found unconventional way to our ears is U2 this year.
Exactly. What U2 did is they launched their latest album, Songs of the Innocence, with a deal they signed with Apple. On the day that Apple announced the iPhone 6, U2 announced the album Songs of Innocence, and users of iPhone were surprised to find the album in their phones.
I am one such user, I have to say. I didn't listen to it because I was so annoyed at the fact that they just put an album on my iPhone that I just found a way to delete it, and that was that.
That backlashed at them, which is a pity because the album is actually one of their best albums in years. So you'll want to.
I have to say, I'm not sure that's saying much. Because U2 in years, I mean,
it's a very good album. Let me put it this way: it really is a very good album. Songs of Innocence by U2.
Maybe I'll give it another chance. Then. Yeah. Now, there were also some surprise releases this year. The biggest of them was, of course,
Beyonce
Queen.
Not really this year. It was released on the 13th of December, 2013.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but 2014 was under the influence of Beyonce's latest album.
Let's take a moment, listen to a moment from that album. Come back.
Partition.
Drop her all up the partition, please. I don't need you seeing Beyonce on her knees. Took 45 minutes to get all dressed up. We ain't even gonna make it to this club. Now my mascara running red, lipstick smudge. Oh, he's so honey, yeah, he wants to.
Well, it's, you know, it was such a surprise when it came out with all the videos and everything, and not a word.
14 songs, 14 videos, kept completely hush-hush. I actually read an article. It was very interesting. Do we have time?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. They filmed one of the videos in like a parking lot or somewhere in Atlantic City, and she's standing with the earphones, and people are walking all around, and she's singing the songs. But they can't let the people know there's a new song coming out. So there was no music in the background. She was just standing with her iPhone or whatever and going to music. No one knew what she was singing. Yeah, it was brilliant.
So that really reinvented things, I think, because she got amazing press. She got all the coverage she could hope for with this move. But I think it's something that's really reserved for artists of this stature.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Because that's where the surprise comes into action.
If I release an album with no, no PR, that's just what it's gonna be.
I gotta say another thing about this album: its quality is amazing.
Yeah.
It's daring, it's bold, it's out there, it's incredible. The production is unbelievable. It really is a really good album. This is probably my album of the year. Yeah. as poppy as it may be. Yeah.
Man, pop is popular for a reason. Let's go back in time a little bit, revisit an old classic, or I don't know. You tell me where they stand nowadays.
Okay, it's not really old. We're talking about Pink Floyd's latest album, The Endless River is its name. It'll be the last album of Pink Floyd ever after 49 years of their career, and the album actually consists of music they recorded back in 1994 during the recordings of the Division Bill, their latest album. For some reason, I'm not sure why they decided to release the materials recorded back then as a new album, also released by surprise.
Why do they need it? I mean,
I'm not sure.
It's money. It's I don't know.
I don't think it's money.
I'm not sure it's doing good to their heritage. Whatever.
Right. It's not one of their best albums, to put it mildly. But it might be because they have a deal with the label saying you need to release this much material. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why.
All right. It's certainly not gonna be remembered as one of their finest moments.
No.
All right. Let's keep going. What else do you have?
We're going to be with Beck.
Yeah. Now that is a good album.
That's an amazing album.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the albums of 2014. It's his 7th album, if I'm not mistaken. But I think I am. It's introspective, it's soft, it's quiet, it's almost melancholic, but not really. Very, very American. You hear traces of, I guess, REM and a little bit of Bruce Springsteen here and there. But first and foremost, it's Beck. Brilliant album, really.
Let's enjoy it for a few seconds.
Sure.
It's really nice, I must say. Really a beautiful album.
Hard as a drum. The album's called Morning Phase.
Morning Phase.
Yeah.
All right. Another great album came out this year by another person that I don't know. We haven't seen him in a while.
David Albarn?
Yeah.
He's been doing side projects here and there. Yeah, he's been active. David Albarn, for those who don't know, is Blur's lead singer. He's been around for like 20 years, and just now he decided to release his first solo album.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's called Everyday Robots.
It took him so long to get an album together on his own. I mean, he's been doing stuff, and What is there a different sound that he's bringing to his solo album? Is it drastically different from the stuff we've gotten used to seeing?
Yeah, there is. The production is richer. It's more delicate, I guess, than Gorillaz stuff. It's almost a sad album, actually.
It's certainly different than Blur's. Let's watch a moment. Come back.
Sure.
We are everyday robots on our phones, in the process of getting home, looking like standing stone.
Well, it's beautiful stuff. I'm a fan of his. I've been a huge Blur fan growing up, and I guess I still am a fan. Let's take a small break now and lend our ears to a different kind of music. The Tectonic Festival was curated by Ilan Volkov, a classical music conductor with a passion for experimental music as well. The festival will reach Reykjavik in 2015, but let's take a look at what took place in Tel Aviv this year.
Experimental music, a tradition of music composed in such a way that its outcome is unpredictable. A style pioneered by eccentric men thinking out of the box, such as American composer John Cage. Karl-Heinz Stockhausen, the German controversial master of serial composition and electronic music. An experimental electroacoustic French master, Pierre Schaeffer. In Israel, there's a man honoring the legacy of these musicians. His name is Ilan Volkov, a prodigy born to a musician father and an academic mother. He's a world-famous conductor known for his role as musical director and chief conductor of the Iceland Symphony Orchestra, and also as principal guest conductor of the BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestra. In Israel, Volkov is also known as the curator of the Tectonic Music Festival, a celebration of sounds and abstract compositions.
I wanted to have a platform where you could combine classical music, experimental music, electronics, improvisation, and different kind of genres in new music into one event. Where the audience can shift from one genre to the other and one character to another.
This year's main event took place at the Tumuna Theater in Tel Aviv, bringing together performers from around the world, such as the French nomadic duo Vialka. Visiting from the UK, the Wax Magnetics duo reminded us of the possibilities of sounds derived from old electronic devices. The acts Volkov brings to Israel may not be easy to digest for the average listener.
Come with no expectation. The minute you don't want to understand or you let free your mind, it's a blessed moment that after that you'll enjoy more things in your life.
Volkov's own conduct and performance is one of the main attractions of the festival. His integrity and passion while conducting are magnetic.
For me, I mean, music, first of all, it's a way to completely cancel borders and forget about the divisions that we make among ourselves. We keep doing divisions to keep safe and to be, maybe to feel better about what we do and maybe feel a little bit arrogant about other people, and music just cuts that out.
Love it or hate it, there's no doubt that Tectonics is an interesting experience for those seeking something different in a world in which the music industry dictates to mainstream musicians how to sing and how to dress. There's no doubt that Ilan Volkov stands for something different.
Interesting stuff. I mean, I got to ask you, Amir, as someone who's, I think, pretty confident with their love of pop music as well, how do you feel about this more experimental music?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of listening. You have to go in with an open mind, and it takes you on a journey. It's incredible.
Yeah. All right.
I actually had tickets.
Let's veer quite harshly from that to Michael Jackson,
Absolutely.
The king of pop.
The dead king of pop has been brought to life by greedy producers. That's how I like to call it. Yeah, they dug up and found unreleased materials and stuff he hasn't completed yet, and completed them on their own.
Right.
They
did get some talented people, though, to work on
Absolutely.
this.
Top of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff, didn't really, it didn't pass my bar.
Right.
But the single they did with Justin Timberlake, Love Never Felt So Good, was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant disco music. Yeah.
And we've also seen some projects that were, at least with good intentions. The end result was a little lame, maybe. Not everybody was on board. I'm talking about Band-Aid. 30 years. Is it 30? Yeah,
30
right,
years
30
since the original release. Yeah, Band-Aid 30. Sir Bob Geldof collected a huge collection of superstars to record Band-Aid 30. The fourth time they're doing this song. Do they know it's Christmas? Mm-hmm. Just some of the names here: Bono, Sinead O'Connor, Seal, Jesse Ware, Ellie Goulding, Chris Martin of Coldplay. All the proceeds are dedicated to stop the Ebola disease.
But unfortunately, some people thought that there were not treating Africa fairly with that. I still personally feel that it's a beautiful project.
Yeah, hey, they don't know it's Christmas time. They don't care either.
Yeah.
But they did collect millions of pounds.
Yeah,
which is
great.
Nice.
Now, another star-studded project this year, one of my favorites, was the BBC's
God Only Knows.
God Only Knows, right. Covering the Beach Boys.
Originally by the Beach Boys. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys is one of the participants in this project. They also kept this as a secret. They've been working on this for 2 years.
Wow. You know what? Let's take a moment and enjoy the music.
You never need to doubt it.
I'll make you so sure about it.
God only knows what I'd be without you. If you should have
Beautiful beautiful video, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The video is great. The sound is great. It's talented people. There's nothing bad I can say.
And it sounds like the BBC. It's the big productions. Pharrell Williams, Elton John, Lord, Brian Wilson, as we said, Stevie Wonder, Kylie Minogue, and others. Hit the top 10. All the money goes to help kids in need. Millions of pounds collected. And a beautiful video.
Yeah, that's great. What are we ending with? It's a song that you said when we talked before the show that could be Song of the Year. It's not your Song of the Year, but that's definitely one of the most popular songs.
Yeah, well, the mainstream pop world wasn't that brilliant. You had your Charlie XCXs and your Eliza Bankses and a lot of booties going on. Sia's Chandelier is one of the biggest hits of the year, maybe the biggest of them all. Yeah, you know, you could hear it all over the place.
All right, so we'll let that play and take us to the end of the show. Amir, I must thank you again for coming in and speaking to us about it. Thank you at home as well for watching. That was our 2014 Music Special.